Struts. I'm waiting for the light to change. You ask me how I've been, well, I'm good, I can't complain. I'm getting older, things get strange. Oh, I know, once you go. No, it hasn't been easy lately. You don't want to leave, baby. And you know I hate to keep you waiting, but it's right there.
We got a bunch of stuff over here for Berger's car. It's finally time. So it's been a while. We had a lot of people asking about the car. So where's it at? What you doing? Did you forget about it? No, we didn't. I went ahead and knocked this out today. Got the K member out. Now, I want to recommend something for you guys. I want you to hear me out, okay? If you're taking your K member out, especially if you're by yourself, go ahead and take your spindles and your rotors and all that stuff off ahead of time, because it's kind of a, I'm going to be honest with you. So for right now, we're probably just going to kind of take this lower area right here and dust a little bit of base coat on it, make it look good, clean it up. That way, once we get the K member in, we're not trying to paint around that. And then from there up, we'll address a little later. We're kind of pushed for time. Berger's only back in town for a couple of days, so we need to get this car back on the ground and rolling around, so we don't have a lot of time to get up here and paint everything. So Berger got a lot of goodies over here, y'all. And I'm proud of him. I'm proud of him. I'm gonna tell you guys why. You see all this Viking stuff over here? Shout out to Viking. Thank you so much. They sponsored a portion of this for us. They helped us out on the price. But here's the thing, y'all. Berger did it himself. That's right. He damn sure did. He talked to him. He sent the email, everything else. So that's freaking awesome. I was like, hey, if you want it, you do it. And he did it. So that's cool. Next up, he's going to be editing my video for me. He's going to be doing my voiceovers and everything else. So I'm just going to hand the channel over to him. Do you remember what you got?
Front and rear double adjustable Viking Crusaders.
You know, he did pay for this. We just got a little bit of a discount. That's how that worked out. Ooh, that's the good one. You gonna hide it from him? That's a good one too. 175, 125 are the spring rates here. That's what they recommended.
Yeah, Mike Prue. He was very helpful.
Mike Prue. I will tell you they're not cheap, okay? But with that being said, there's a whole lot of other ones out there that are way more expensive. So I know. Y'all guys go ahead and give him, go ahead. Let's hear it right now. You shouldn't run these on the street. Yeah, we know. But you know what? We want to be able to put those wheels wherever we want to. And he said they look cool. So we got them. Got the offset bushings for the, what's that thing called? Steering rack. All right, and just so you guys know, this is the Unisteer steering rack. Where'd you pick this up from?
LMR.
LMR, well look at that, same place I got mine. So shout out to LMR for that. These things are awesome. I've got one in the Poop Coupe and on skinnies. It's pretty nice, y'all. You know, it's a little tight, no doubt, but it's pretty nice. Which ratio did you get? The 20 to 1?
Only one ratio, 20 to 1.
Okay, so I think this is the 20 to 1 ratio. I think it's the same thing I got for mine. Super, super nice. Now we're gonna unbox all this stuff and install it. We'll show you guys a little more in detail on that. But yeah, all your hardware and everything else. What is this over here? This is like something off a jungle gym. What does that do?
Oil pan savers.
Oil pan saver. Why do you think you need that? Are you gonna be running over like boulders or something? Cause
I ran off the road that one time.
that is an oil pan saver, obviously. So if the car comes up, maybe you don't destroy your oil pan. That's being very optimistic, though. I want you to know. You know,
I'm gonna make it do something.
You're gonna make it do something. You're gonna dump the clutch at least one time at $7 grand and do what it do. Yeah, take some pictures because probably only gonna happen one time. Just so you guys know, this is a 427 from CNC Motorsports. We'll have a TKX transmission behind this thing, so we're gonna push the limits of what this TKX can do. And aluminum drive shaft from Inland. Shout out to those guys, they work with us and we really appreciate it. They got some nice drive shafts. Just a pretty, I would say simple, it's a simple setup but not a cheap setup. So guys, stuff like this, if you're gonna be building an actual hot rod, a race car, Let me set this down for a second. So
Race car? Street car.
it's a freaking race car. It's going to go up and down a racetrack. Right, I got street cars that can go up and down a track, but they're going to spin or they're going to break something. If you want to build a car to hold the power, especially 1,000 plus, man, this shit's expensive, y'all. It just is. I know that we're pretty much a budget-oriented channel, and trust me when I tell you that we tried to budget this as much as possible, or he did, and it got out of control real fast. But he blames me. Yeah, I mean, it's my fault ultimately.
I was getting a 408, and next thing I know, I'm on the phone getting a 427.
It's all good. You don't have to worry about all that. We're gonna go ahead, start cleaning all this stuff up. We'll probably get back to you guys tomorrow, maybe later tonight if something interesting is going on. But right now, we just kind of don't know what to do next other than cut some stuff off. So we'll see you guys here in a few. Here we go. We got Uncle Hey over here. So this is my brother. Y'all don't get to see him a whole lot. We just went up to this line because it's gonna be easier once we put the K-member in. We don't have to get down here and paint all this stuff. And then we basically cut it off right here, and this is gonna be black from back here. Up here did not get sprayed yet. We're gonna do that once we get the K-member on the car so we can get it down. Anyway, that's about it for now. We're gonna go ahead and pop this thing in. It came with all new hardware, so should be good to go. Let me show you how this works though. You have these little, not speed nuts, but this little threaded bar that goes up here and right here, kind of like your factory setup. And that's where your bolts are gonna go through. This also came with new speed nuts that go up here. Here we go, y'all. We're just gonna ease this thing up, get some bolts started. As soon as I can find the damn holes, there they are.
So you might have to trim off that. Brake lines are all in the way on my side.
Yeah.
You got to take the brake line.
Start. I think so. Yep. This car is a little tweaked up, which is normal with these Foxbodies. So, yeah, so it's hitting right there, but we're just gonna knock that in a little bit and a couple of millimeters and she'll be good to go. But anyway, that's how these things bolt on. So we'll get back with y'all here in a few minutes once we kind of get all this bolted up, but it's looking real nice like right now.
Look, you said hurry up. I'm trying to hurry.
No, I'm just saying don't take your sweet time is all I'm saying. You ain't got to rush through it. So this is a price you have to pay when you don't take all this stuff off to start with. So. Berger, are you beating a socket on it? Yeah. Jesus. Anyway, so we're just gonna take the dust shield off. That way we can get the impact in here to these struts and get the spindle off. Yeah. Oh, now you can't get it all.
That's a 9 metric.
You didn't tighten them down.
I bet I did.
Well, they ain't loose yet. We got to see. We got to see if it'll bring it on off. I think it will though. Let's finish getting this one. Oh, really? That ain't a 24 on the back side.
That's what I thought.
There.
No
All right. Good job. Good job.
Because I'm a bad.
Oh, God. Here we go with this. That's that. We're going to take off some of these parts over here, these spindles, put it on over there, maybe clean them up a little bit, make it look a little better, and see what happens. Papa T, what you think about all this stuff?
I think it's going to work good.
You think it's going to work good? Is he doing a good job?
Well. Let me see that wrench.
What wrench?
You got it in your back pocket.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
It ain't in my back pocket. It's over there. Crackhead. I'll see what we're going to do with it.
Andrew trained.
Yeah.
The other ratchet, you get nowhere near.
We didn't show how we put all this together because we were honestly kind of figuring it out as we went. But basically on these A-arms here, this is all UPR stuff. On the A-arms, they call for a short bushing here and then all long bushings. You will have to kind of bend these tabs ever so slightly to get the little washers to go in there, the spacers, but once you do, it'll all pull itself back. Everything moves freely. We got his new old spindles back on. Up here, we have the Unisteer 20-to-1 rack. And let me show you. If you guys have never messed with the offset bushings, this is actually my first time. We need to twist it a little, but that's your offset rack bushings. And what it does is it lowers the rack or raises the rack, whatever you need done. For this car, we're pretty sure it's going to need to be lowered. So that's why we have the offset bushings here. So here.
Real good.
You make it look good? Yeah, right.
I'm selling it.
You're selling it? I promise you, Viking sales will probably go down after this. Sorry, Viking. We appreciate the opportunity, but sorry we couldn't deliver. So they just kind of, it all stacks together, right? You put your sleeves on. But I will say this, though. So check this out. Now, this has bearings in it, right, that they sit on here. Look at this. Now, this is, do you see that? Do you see that? Watch this. I know it's not, doesn't have like weight on it per se, but look at that. And that's what you want. What that's going to do is keep everything from binding up. So that's nice. Look at that. That's even with a little bit of weight on it. Once we do this, we'll come back and we'll show you guys step by step on the second one. But that's how YouTube works. You got to do one, and then we'll come back and show you the other one like we know what we're doing. You didn't have to show that one. Come on now, damn. Let's see. We got a couple cool pictures in here. We're cleaning the shed out over here, and here go me.
Yep.
That was me when I was a little boy. Another one here. Yeah, so I'm not gonna bore you with all this stuff, but where's Angela? Where's my sister?
Oh, wow. I just seen her.
That's what I want to see. There it is. So my sister, you know, the one with the really pretty fastback, the white with the red. Let's take a look at her. That's my little sister. She did have a swatch watch, though. Check that out. Look at that swatch. Ooh. I don't know the date on this. I think it was like 1972, probably.
That's one when that's how you got going.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was it.
You bad as you are.
Yeah, I'm pretty bad. But pictures of the 65.
I just put that
Oh, you already put it up?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine. They've already seen them. That is crazy. And I thought that looked so cool back in the day. This is some of what was in the shed. Well, I mean, this is all my stuff in the shed. We can have our own swap meet over here. Look at this. Just parts on parts on parts. It's crazy. Wheels and headers and intakes and blocks, transmission stuff. Yeah, you name it. It was all in the shed. So most of it's going back in the shed, but we do have to clean some of this up here. This YouTube life, I'm telling you, it's great and all. It's wonderful. But when you're building these cars, you end up with so much crap. You don't know what to do with it. And that's where we're at with this now. I'm trying to get Papa T to take some stuff home with him. Yeah, there's your answer to that. What else? The rooster. There he is. So, Hayden, are you going to take the rooster with you? Will you please take the rooster? Just take him and put him back there behind the shop. He'll be fine. He might live forever.
We'll talk about it.
Something's going to happen because I'm sick of it. Every time I try to do, every time I'm telling you, it's crazy. All right. So, well, I tried to get Papa T to take him. We're going to go back in here, work a little bit, and see what we can't get done. This whole place is a damn wreck. These videos are longer, by the way. Let me know what you think about them. If you like, see, this is already getting, it just goes south so quick depending on how you say this. If you like them longer, let us know, and I'll handle it, and we'll keep Berger out of the situation unless you like them shorter. So I'm gonna show you guys how to put this together real quick. We use this graphite stuff. It's some John Deere stuff my brother hooked me up with years ago, and you wanna, it's graphite, so it dries really quick, doesn't smear, doesn't come off, anything like that. So you wanna coat all of these. These are already coated. You don't want to spray these, just leave those like they are. Just want to coat this down real good. It's Anti-seize, essentially, is what it is. If that concerns you, which it did Berger, he didn't like it, we come back in with some brake cleaner on a rag and wiped off the outside. So I'll show you guys what that looks like. This is what I used on mine, and never ever had any galling or binding or anything like that. Come on with this ring first, your lock ring. Look at that. Good stuff. Works great. 14-inch 175s. So the deal with this is you don't copy anybody's setup like this because you don't know the weight of the vehicle. So don't go trying to copy this. I mean, you can if you want to, but you know, we don't know if it's gonna work for you. So you get one washer down, and then you'll put a bearing down, and then another washer like that. And your spring. Well, first off, we need to pull this out. All right. So on the bottom side of this, we're going to go ahead and, since you don't see that anyway, there'll be metal touching here. So, all right, there's that. And then this gets one washer coated, one bearing, one washer. And then this also gets coated. I know what you guys are thinking. You're probably thinking, oh man, that's not any good. You should use blah, blah, blah. I'm telling you, you should use this because this is some bad stuff. Guys, look at it on this paper. It does not come off. And the more you rub it, the more it just like, look, it's graphite. I mean, essentially is what it is. See, this is already kind of dry. You're not rubbing that off. It's not coming off. Anyway, put that up there. All this will meet up like that when it's tight, and that's it.
Mike Prue, he recommended that I went with the HK valving up front and the AM valving in the rear just for slicks, and I think it's for no prep as well. So that's what we got here. For off track and trailering, you have to have it set to their specific settings so you don't damage the shocks. So it has that, and also has the weight transfer settings, just starting points, compression and rebound.
We're gonna go ahead, stick these things on. We did get the spindles on. I'll show you guys that. These are the old spindles, and they look really good. He cleaned those up nice. So that looks good. We tried to adjust this out as best we could to match the old setup, but it's really kind of impossible because none of this is the exact same length. But we'll get it on the car, go take it, get it lined up. But everything moves freely. And we're gonna go ahead and pop these in here in just a few minutes. These are really fun to install, just so you know. There's a little bit of a technique to it. I'm gonna tell you the way I do mine. Is I go ahead, this shaft, this whole thing will move in and out of the car. It'll slide. Now you may have to tap on it to get it to do it, but it will move. These things only go one way, so don't freak out if your knuckles don't fit, because they have to go a certain way. So this one up here, there's only one way that it'll go. Anyway, point is, bolt all this together, get this done, and then tap the shaft in this way, and then as you connect it, you can pull it out, but you want to make sure you put this bolt in, okay? So this inner shaft that goes in here, you want to get it in first, line it up with the bolt, just anything temporarily, and that way you can grab it and pull it back out and cinch all this up. I don't know if that makes any sense, but it's just the way it is. Otherwise, it's super complicated and it's a lot harder with the engine in the car, but that's the way you're going to have to do it because it's just too long to fit otherwise. Nate, what you think about this? Is it pretty?
It's pretty.
It's pretty, yeah. It's real nice like. So we're going to go ahead and finish this up and I'll show you what it looks like when we're done. I tried to record us installing the strut, but obviously I didn't record it. I recorded a bunch of dead time. Anyway, that's very simple, guys. You just put it up through the hole there, put a nut on the top, drop it down here, tighten everything up. So this is the install for the Vikings. Looks nice and crispy. First off, we do want to say huge thank you to Viking for helping us out on this, helping Berger out. We appreciate it. Guys, check out Viking if you want some really good shocks. Huge thanks to just all of our sponsors. You know, we don't thank them enough, but you know, Hanlon, Anderson, LMR, Stiflers, Aces now, you know, working with them. These are the brakes, possibly the setup that he's going to go with on the car. For right now, though, we got to put the old factory ugly stuff back in, but ooh, look at that, y'all. So that's what's going on in the car. It won't be nice forever, because I'm sure he's gonna have an oil leak or 2 or 3. So it'll probably be all jacked up. But for right now, this is a really clean setup. Ooh, it's all professional the way you did that. Look at that. Sprayed that stuff on there. Ooh, what'd you do? Look at that. Isn't that pretty? You have to kind of reapply a couple of times. I'll tell you, man, that stuff is hardcore. It takes brake cleaner to get it off. These are the rear shocks, and you went with, what was the spring rate? 125 on the back. What'd you say this was? The Grand Foxbody?
Oh no, the Jeep Grand Foxbody?
The Jeep Grand Foxbody?
Yeah. I ain't got the Mitsubishi Foxbody anymore.
Yeah, Gabe has upgraded. Look at that. Thing looks nice. Got him a new vehicle. Taking off the running boards over here. That's looking real nice. So, couldn't talk him into a Foxbody, but you know, hey, it'll be all right. Yeah, he's got to be responsible. This is looking real good under here. Got everything in. We're having a little clearance issue with his wheels, so he's going to go with 2-inch drop spindles, which we wanted to do that anyway. And the drop spindle will basically just move the wheel up. If you move the wheel up 2 inches, you're going to get up past this spot right here. So you'll be further up here, which will give you more clearance. So we wanted to do that anyway, just so that we can keep the geometry correct on the car. Drop spindles are really the way to do that. So that's what he's going to go with. But anyway, besides all that, look at this. Man, that's nice. And like I said, we started to paint under the bottom. We just haven't finished it up yet, so we'll have to get the top and all that done. He's working on the back shocks right now. Yeah, looking good. So we'll get you guys a couple slow-mo shots. We'll add some music, maybe some Mac Miller, man. We've been killing some Mac Miller lately. You want to do that?
Yeah.
We'll do that. We'll go with some slow-mo and some Mac Miller for y'all.
I'm always saying I won't change, but I ain't the same. Everything's different, I can't complain. Don't know what you missing. Shame on you, yeah. Shame on you. Everything's strange, that's just a game. Everybody throwing it away. We was getting lifted, now we getting paid. Shame on you. I paid the cost to see apostrophes. That means it's mine. Keep to myself, taking my time. Always into some bullshit and out of line. Driving with my eyes closed, missing all the signs. Turn the ignition, I'm driven and sitting pretty. Listening to Whitney and whipping it through the city. Yeah.
So Birch is going to go ahead and take the Retro Fox over to his house because we're running out of room, as you can see here. Now his car will be going back up in the garage, but I want to be able to get all the cars in the shop. So anyway, he's going to take it over to his house for probably a month or so, something like that. That'll give us time to really focus on the Calypso, the Carbon Fox, and the Poop Coupe. Still 3 cars. Anyway, with that being said, we're about to install the shocks. Yeah. Got these things in. Pretty easy. Since this does have the relocation brackets in the back, so this area right here, I had to put a couple washers back there behind it to space it out. Other than that, straightforward install. And they are stock location style shocks. So we're about to let her down, which we can't tell, ride height, anything like that, because it obviously doesn't have an engine in it, but we'll go ahead and set it on the ground. Shit, we know better than that. It don't matter if this thing's got a motor, weighs 10,000 pounds. This thing's slow, especially in the wintertime. It's even slower. Birds are at best. That's how it's going to leave from the line right there, at best. Maybe if we put a GoPro on the ground we'll be able to like see the oil pan. All right, y'all. That's gonna wrap it up. We're gonna push this thing back up in the garage. He'll be back in a couple of weeks, and we'll put the motor in this thing. And he's got a bunch of stuff under the hood that he's got to do, finish it up. But yeah, anyway, look who paid us a visit. It is Andrew. All right, y'all. I'm gonna wrap this one up. And as always,
Thanks for watching.
oh, he did it. He did it. That's what I'm talking about.